Hey, Shalom, Makim, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings and salutation to the hopeful elect. Who is in the gospel, brother, living up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. Sa'aki and Mahaloya coming back with another lesson through the Spirit. Lord's will to be edifying. Title: This is finna turn up. This is finna get ugly. Which is based on inspiration from a video from the Elder Bro Barak from Cali. He went into this document that came out back in 2013, 2014, something around that nature, about the NWO and how martial law is getting ready to commence. It's inevitable. And how the torturous regiments of being in these FEMA camps said do not be detained alive in these FEMA camps or FEMA cars, man. Basically these trains, like these little barges they got. Like, I don't know if your brother saw the Super Bowl show, the Super Bowl halftime show. I believe it had I think Mary J. Blige was in it, but they had a halftime performance. But if you look at the little box cars they had, they represent FEMA box cars, okay, which is basically barges and trains that they can transport one or a plethora of people to different housing or internment camps, okay. And you ever notice that a huge populace in the inner cities or the metropolis or the inner ghettos, you always notice that these developments or these apartment complexes are built by train tracks and highways, okay. And that was not done on purpose. I mean, that was not done by accident. That was strategic. Okay, because for one thing, the highway was really built for transporting of goods and military equipment. That's why they're so wide like that. Okay, that's why they want to put more money into these infrastructures, because a lot of these bridges that they're creating, a lot of them are getting weak, a lot of them are collapsing, a lot of them are corroded. Like it tells you in I believe it's Isaiah, says the worm has spread it under thee, roughly paraphrasing it. Going into this infrastructure because bridges bottom out between 50 and 60 years. So this is the reason why they're building these bridges up. And on top of that, it's going to be a heavy amount of traffic when it comes to transporting people to these internment facilities, man. And it said don't be caught or taken alive to one of these camps, because they're going to be dealing with human experimenting, okay, organ harvesting, which that's a big business, especially in Chicago. It was speculated that the Kanika Jenkins thing, which I'm still wishy-washy about that. I think that was a psyop. But even then, this guy King Von, allegedly, they took the guy's organs, man. You know, because what happens is when Jake kills each other off, they send him to the mortuary, and then Esau, he profits off the organs, so to speak. You know, a lot of times, if Esau wants you bad enough, he'll basically set you up to be compromised, to get killed, and then he'll take your body parts, man. Because they said that devil David Rockefeller was on his 6th heart transplant by the time he died. I believe he was like 101 or something like that. But the devil was on his 6th heart transplant, man. Okay, I think he was getting ready to go on the 7th. But you know, you better believe that those hearts come from Israelites, man. Whether they be teenagers, little boys or girls, or healthy adults. But it was proven that our ligaments and our DNA, we house more stronger body parts because we're a dominant race of people. Okay, we're we have dominant genes. And Esau, he has recessive genes, man. This is the reason why they're weak. This is why they're prone to certain illnesses, like they can't stand forth to the sun because they have no pigmentation, because they're recessive. Okay, we're dominant. So recessive, basically, they're just a weaker nation of people because they wasn't given the proper nutrients in order to sustain life. Though over years they have adopted, you know, the building up to withstanding elements, but nonetheless, so-called white people are pretty much the most sickest people on the planet outside of Jake. But Jake is sick due to the curses, man. Okay, that's why he still have tanning salons. This is why he have bathing salons. This is why he have sunscreen. All these particulars because, hey, they're a weaker race of people. And nonetheless, in those FEMA camps, they were talking about organ harvesting, torture, rape, okay, pillaging. And the scriptures go into that, man. Okay, because the scriptures say that basically the daughters of Zion, they're going to be ravished. Okay, you so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American women, Scriptures go into you being tortured and raped. Why? Because Salakia, because you know, you didn't obey Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Okay, you all out here promiscuous. You on these social media sites. You can't be told anything. You got a bride from 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, 12 in the morning, 1 in the morning, 11 at night, which that's too late for any woman to be outside, personally. But regardless of that, you know, the scriptures go into these, the whole city going forth into captivity, man. Or the third of the city, or majority of the city going forth into captivity. And that's them camps, man. Okay? And don't think for 1 second that they ain't got FEMA camps in this society, man. Okay? Like right here in Missouri and Kansas City, shit, man, we can speculate on where they got the camps at, because Kansas City is surrounded by Air Force Base, okay, called Whiteman Air Force Base, and I believe it's another one too. But then again, you know, by this being landlocked, they have all types of facilities out here. Okay, like they got one out here in a suburb called Grandview. They claim it's decommissioned, but a lot of these things aren't decommissioned because you have caves here, which they call the cave state. Now, I did a video about 8 years back, me and a brother in a camp called FEMA Camp Caves, man, and it's called the Subtropolis. Your brothers can look that up. You probably can't find a video anymore, but you can find the Subtropolis out here in Missouri and Omaha, Nebraska, Oklahoma, because Missouri is called the Cave State. That's what that show, The Ozarks, was based on. But they have a lot of caves here, man, and when you go down in them caves, you can tell that it was built for military cargo. Okay, and it's a lot of stores and a lot of docks down there. It's real eerie there, you know, because the farther you go in these caves, the further it descends underground, and the roads are pretty wide. Look like they should be used for MRAPs and transporting MRAPs. So just imagine if they take majority of the city and lock them down in these subtropolises, man, because they can seal the exits. And on top, outside of these things, they have guard shacks, okay, like a FEMA camp. Then, you know, they can seal it off because you get no signal, you get no reception down there. You have no cell phone reception down there, you know, and they can seal it, they can lock it airtight, they can gas it, they can get poisonous gases through the ventilation, because waterboarding and being gassed in those torture facilities was a big thing too, during the time of World War II, okay, during the time of the holla you know what, which that was all propagated, that really didn't even go down like that. But those Germans was getting gassed at the gas chambers, man. Okay, the Japanese being in internment facilities, man. Okay, they was being housed in deplorable conditions, and the same thing with Jake, man, being on them boats. Okay, so that's gonna happen on a big scale, because these people out here, I mean, what do they have to live for? Okay, they're greedy. Okay, they all into lasciviousness. They all into lust, pride. And the Most High got something that's going to humble these people, man. Okay, and it's going to be looking down in the face of death. Okay, because when the Most High allows this devil to come in and to start extracting people from their homes at 4 o'clock in the morning and taking them to an undisclosed location, a fucking black site, then these people are going to really think about, oh shit, what the hell we get involved in? Well, you dealing with the devil, man. Okay, but even in that article, it stated that this NWO was ran by Lucifer. Okay, which is going into the so-called white man, or the ones on light, on high, which the word Lucifer in the Hebrew goes into the Hebrew word higher law, which means light. Okay, they said that, but the New World Order is going to be cut short by angry God and his elect. Okay, because the elect is going to be raised up with spiritual power in that day, and certain brothers are going to have to go through, you know, being in FEMA camps, being beheaded, you know, being tortured and stuff like that. But brothers ain't gonna catch the hell that these 2/3 Negroes are gonna catch, man. Okay, I can't foresee the Lord really torturing the prophets like that on his side. I mean, I can see it, but not to the degree that Jake is gonna catch it, because Jake has been warned. You know, the FEMA camps, those hostile environments or those hostile situations like the movie Jigsaw, that's for you 2/3 and you heathens, man. The elect ain't gonna undergo going through that rigmarole. We've been through that shit before. Prophets were sawn in half, beheaded, stoned to death. You know, now some brothers may get put on a firing squad and shot up. You know, and of course beheadings are gonna come back, because in these FEMA camps they do got guillotines there. Okay, because the scriptures go into that those that was beheaded as a witness and a testimony of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, who do not receive the MOTB. So brothers that didn't receive the, you know what, they will probably undergo, well, it ain't no probably, some brothers are going to get beheaded. Okay, that's just point blank, period. The brother Sirach 26:25, a shameless woman should be counted as a dog, but she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord, right? Okay, 2 Judges 15:17, it says here, a man should desire to go into the city and should not be able. That's martial law, because hey, they got this city gridded off. They're gonna block down certain exits like this highway. You're gonna have checkpoints set up, you know, and then in order to get in a concentration camp, hey, they're gonna categorize people that oppose the NWO, which is that red list, people that it's on a yellow list, which is pretty much rehabilitation, and then you got the people on a blue list, which are just gonna comply. The people on the yellow list is like the people that straddle the fence. Oh, well, maybe we could reprogram them. Those are the people that's gonna break and take that MOTB. The people with the blue, they already took the MOTB, but the people on the red list is the ones that oppose the NWO, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? So that's the whole ordeal with that. So those of you out there that take the MOTB, you better believe that, man, hey, Esau, you ain't got no way out of this either. The Most High is going to torture your ass, all right? But brothers out there that oppose this, hey, the Lord said it, beat out. He says, hey, the devil should cast you into prison, and you shall have tribulation 10 days. Be ye faithful unto death, I will give you a crown of life. So it's a good possibility if a brother get put in these camps, man, you can die. But then again, you know, you're going to have some brothers that's going to get spiritual power, because look at what happened when the Philistines called Samson. Okay, when they bound him, hey, that last second, the Lord gave him the power, and he brought them pillars down, man, and slew the men. He died himself, but the whole point, the Lord raised them up one last time. So you're going to have brothers that's in FEMA camps that's going to get that power, and they're going to bust out of there. And you're going to have angels that's going to come and release brothers, like when Peter was bound to prison. And what happened? An angel came and hit him on the side and say, hey, arise quickly, and you got to get up out of here, man. And immediately they was out there teaching again. So you're going to have instances like that, that brothers do get risen up out of these camps, man. Okay, because like I said, it's going to be an all-out win out for the elect. The elect is not going to lose. That's why Yahushua say, I have not lost one. All right, so brothers, you got to escape the carnal thoughts. Don't think, oh man, I'm gonna get tortured. Nobody want to get tortured or beheaded or killed. You know what I'm saying? If any brother can avoid it, we all want to avoid that fate. But certain brothers have to go through that, man. But you can't be thinking about it like, is it gonna hurt? Because the example was in 2 Maccabees, the 7th chapter, man, when the faithful woman and mother, she's all 7 of her sons, she saw them being tortured, but yet the Lord put a spirit on them to undergo that, man. Okay? And yeah, of course, to the naked eye, it looks painful and grievous. It's gonna look like that, because the type of shit we gonna witness that's getting ready to happen in the streets of America, and if certain brothers get into those prisons, certain things that brothers will witness, is gonna be like, what the fuck? It's gonna be right out of a damn horror movie, man. Okay, like they don't make movies like Saw, they don't make movies like Hostel. Okay, they don't make movies like Animal. They don't make movies like that for nothing, man. And Saw was a very good depiction on what the hell this devil can do, man. Because that dude, John Kramer, he was a straight up Edomite, man. He was an engineer, and he designed devices that torture people, man. You know, you put your ass in a barbed wire cage to the point, ain't no way out of this shit. When if you do get out of it, you're gonna lose a body part. But the scriptures say you'd rather be dead than be maimed or have one of your members maimed. So it's just like, what's the fucking point? You know, you get a hand or a leg amputated, then you might as well be fucking dead, because you can't function. You're gonna be miserable. You're gonna be in pain. You're gonna have to be on Esau's meds. You don't want to do all that. All right, but nonetheless, you 2/3, you're gonna get tortured, man. That's why the scriptures say that, hey, the Most High have appointed over them 4 kinds. Okay, the beast to slay, the sword to destroy, the pestilence, all right, and the famine, man. Okay, and then a lot of you jakes, you going to them FEMA camps, man. All right, they already got you slaughtered for destruction. Even you jakes that do comply with the NWO, you going to them FEMA camps, man. Okay, period. Jeremiah 30 and 5, and it reads here. It says, "For thus says Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, we have heard a voice of trembling, okay, and of fear, and not of peace. And it says, and ye know and see whether does a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins?" Right, man. Okay, that's Jacob's trouble right there, that we're quickly commencing upon. Okay, Jacob's trouble, which this guy Nate stated that that wasn't going to be a Jacob's trouble. Now he redacted on it. And that's crazy. I just had a dream about them dudes, man. They was like at this little, he was like in this little parking lot. And it was like this IUIC type bus, and it was me and a couple of other brothers, man. So Nate was telling us in the dream that it was his job to get all the camps together and bring them under one banner. I said, even GMS too, huh? He said, yeah. And I was like, so you mean to tell me, so we all came under your doctrine, because you still going off. But I'm like, we came under your doctrine and we all conform to what you teach. And I said, what if Apostle Tahar conformed? Which that would never happen, by the way, but this was in a dream. I'm like, if that happened, I'm like, would Apostle Tahar be over you? He said, nah, I'll be over him. I said, how is that even possible, man? And I Slocky, this is a different topic, but I'm like, how would you even be over him? You know what I'm saying? And then he just started giving a bunch of bullshit ass excuses. But I'm like, man, we ain't gonna conform to that Israel United in Christ nonsense, man. Okay? Because a lot of you guys are going to them FEMA camps. You don't teach about it, but a lot of you are going to them damn concentration camps, man. Whether you believe it or not. Because you know you're Israelites, okay? You teach against Esau. And in fact, you want to be politically correct. You think this fucking devil is gonna sit up here and spare you? Hell no. This devil ain't gonna spare you, nor nobody around you. You know? So hey, you might as well get on board and start teaching the right thing. Push the name, go into the MOTB, okay? Drop that Christ shit. You know? Let that uniform code go. Drop that motherfucking 501c3, okay? And unseal your ass out. However you gonna do that, I don't know, but you better figure it out, man, because hey, time is short. But anyway, with that, all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashimi Hawashai, Ba'ashim Rakakwadash, double honors to the apostles, the elders, the great millstone, blessings and salutation to the hopeful elect. Shalom, wa ba ba ba. Shalom.